Hey y'all, it is Asia, the Fumbling Farmer here. I just wanted to do kind of a seed starting update with you and maybe talk about a couple of my ideas that I have coming up, okay? So let's get started with an update on how the seeds have been doing. All right, here we go. I'm gonna take these out and I'm gonna turn the light on and actually sit with you and look through all the stuff out of here. Okay, so here we go. What we got going on. All right, so first we have over here the roselle. You can see that 5 out of the 6 came up. Can you give me my glasses, please? Yeah, should be in there. All right, so 5 out of the 6 came up, but these are actually not the original 6 that I planted. Remember the original ones in that? Thank you. The original ones actually had all the moldy stuff, and I was like, I'm not sure if they're going to grow or not. They in fact did not grow. So then last weekend I put 6 more seeds in the tray. I clipped them a little bit so that the black covering was a little bit open. You can see a little bit inside of the seed. And then I waited 24 hours, and that 24 hours they had started to swell. They had little root tips coming kind of out of the seed. And so then I took those and plopped them in just the same boxes, and those ones came up maybe like 4 or 5 days later. So definitely was mold that first time. All right, let's come on back down here. Next we have here parsley, and parsley we had complete germination of all 3 cells that I planted, and actually a lot of them, like I had planted several seeds and a lot of them came up, and I've already thinned down 3 of them. This one I was leaving because these looked kind of yellow, and this is in the spot I would want it to be, kind of in the middle, but this one right here is looking more green, so I was going to leave it and see. All right, my sage came up. So this sage looks really good. This one, the little cotyledon things, pause for a second. All right, the little cotyledon things, like these are like the baby leaves, right? Most of these have baby leaves on it. Like these are the little baby leaves. These are little baby leaves. They're not the true leaves yet, right? This here, the sage has a set of true leaves. So that's coming along good. This one, the little cotyledon leaves like look really bedraggled and everything, which eventually they do kind of shrivel up and fall off. But I don't know. I'm a little nervous about this one here. So just trying to give it a little bit of love. Hopefully it'll be okay. And then this one didn't sprout anything. So I think what I'm going to end up doing is replanting a sage in there. Actually, we'll see how this one does. 2 sage bushes should be more than enough. But if this one doesn't do well, then I'll replant seeds in both of these. All right, let's keep going. All right, the comfrey, nothing has done anything yet in there. So I don't know what to do with that, but I'm going to wait. Maybe it has a little bit longer germination rate. Same with the mullein or whatever it's called. Mullein, whatever that, nothing has come up. And these seeds, both of these seeds were kind of older packets, and they're also ones that I got from kind of a funky seed source sort of thing, so who knows. All right, let's keep going. The purple basil, 1 came up. The other one didn't germinate anything, so I am going to go and plant another seed in here today. The Thai basil, same story. This one, it looks like it had a lot of germination here and no germination here, which is just weird. I don't know why it would do that. But I'm going to go put some more Thai basil in here so I can have 2 plants. And then my sweet Italian basil, this one had germination. And then the other 4 that I planted had nothing come up. So I'm going to go through it and plant more sweet basil in there because I do use a lot of sweet basil and give it away a lot. All right. Holy basil. Holy moly. Look at that. That thing came up like crazy. Like all of them came up. So I'm definitely going to be thinning these down. And thinning it down means just, sorry, I'm going to move my hand. Like I'm just going to pick it up out of there and kind of just clear away a little bit here and there. I'm going to clear this one. And even if we don't pull up the roots all the way, even if we just get the leaves off, then that's still okay. And it used to bother me to kind of thin it down because I'd be like, oh, all my poor babies. But what ends up happening is then no one lives and no one thrives if there's too many. So, all right, so I'm going to thin it down to just that there. And even if I just get 2 plants of that, I'll be happy, but I'll try to just leave these and see which one comes out the best and go from there. All right, onion chives, nothing came up. I'm going to try it again. I think my seeds were old maybe, but I'm going to try planting those again. Caraway, these 2 came up. These 2 are the baby leaves on it, and then this one is its true leaf. And then the dill, I thinned it out. Actually, a couple more plants came up, and I'm just going to try out those 3 and see which one came up. All right, now I'm going to switch this around so you can see the labels from this direction. The hollyhock, I had this one little thing come up, so I'm going to put some more seeds in there. Snapdragons, I had 2 seeds come up, so we're going to try to get both of those to grow and be able to be uplotted. The Canterbury bells came up pretty well. I'm going to thin these out a little bit. Basket flower had 2 seeds sprout. I'm going to try to also get both of those to be able that I can kind of separate them gently and get them to be uppotted. And then the delphiniums and the bells of Ireland haven't done anything yet. I looked at the bells of Ireland and it said it takes 12 to 20 days for germination. So I'm kind of giving these a chance still. All right. So that's what I got so far in that tray. So there is going to be a couple where I go back through and sprinkle more seeds in there and try to get those to germinate just so I get as many plants as I want for my garden. All right, I'm going to put these back up there. And then I'm going to show you the next thing. Okay, here we go. All right, last weekend, you guys didn't see this, but last weekend I went through and I planted this. I planted kohlrabi, some lacinato kale, some Brussels sprouts, and some artichoke. And I put 2 seeds in each pod, and we have pretty good germination on all of them. The 5 kohlrabi came up, 5 Brussels sprouts, and just 3 of the lacinato kales came up. So 50-50, but I think these are old seeds. And then I also put some artichoke in here, and they just started coming up today. This one just poked its little head up, and then this one is still getting there. So that's kind of how things are going down here in this planter. Okay, so none of them have their true leaves yet. They're literally just came up. Now that they've sprouted here, I'm going to stop spraying them on the top, and I'm just going to do the bottom watering with them. I put some water in there last night. There's still a little left over that they haven't soaked up yet, but they should be pretty good. I also like these clear trays, and they go in here so that the roots are protected from the sunlight and everything, but I like being able to kind of look in there and see how the root development is going. Like for now, you really can't see anything because they're itty bitty babies and they have like maybe one little root in there, but I'm hoping as they go along, I'll be able to see how the roots are developing with them. Okay, let me put this up and then go for the first babies. Okay, these are the very first things we planted. The onions in these little candle holder trays. The things that I didn't really want came up, so that's life, I guess. I'm just trying to wet these down a little bit. So I planted shallots over here, and I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7-ish plants. And I planted American flag leeks, and I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 6 or 7 of those. And I planted, I think it's called Corantin leeks. Yeah. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got about 11 of those. And that's what these 3 things, I didn't really care if they came up too well or not. I'm sorry, babies. They're like, what? You don't care about us? I do care about you. I just don't know how to use you yet, so that's the problem. All right, but these ones were the ones I wanted to come up. This is the American Red, and I only got 2 to germinate. And then I went and, oh, there's one coming up there. I went and planted some more seeds in the blank spaces. So there's a little itty bitty one. I don't know if you can see it that well, but there's a little one coming up here. Oh, yeah. All right. So maybe I just need to give it some more time. And then this one here is the white Creole onion. And so we got a few in there. And then this was the bunching onions. And again, there's like 2 just coming up. So maybe I need to be more patient. But these 3, the bunching onions, which are like scallions, and the white onion and the red onions, those are like what I really actually use. And so I was kind of hoping to see a little bit more of those coming up. So I'm just going to keep sprinkling stuff in there. I also am trying to succession plant these too. And so, which I don't know if it really matters because onions will store, but I really don't have a space to store them because I don't have like a root cellar or a basement or anything like cool and dry like that to do it. So I don't know. I'm working my way through onions. I have to be successful with 1 round first, I think is my thing. All right. So I think that's that. The only other thing I have is last year I planted a strawberry guava plant. They're supposed to have little tiny guavas on them. They're kind of red, and they just sat there like at this size. So in 1 pot, I had 3 of these in 1 pot. So I recently took them out and separated them, and I'm putting these under the grow light and just trying to see if it'll do anything. It looks like it's making a teeny tiny new growth sprout there, which I hope it is, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. So just send some good wishes for my little strawberry guava. I hope that it is able to do something. These leaves are kind of turning reddish and probably brownish and will fall off soon. But I'm hoping it'll start putting up more growth and I'll be able to get it to do something this year. So that's my other thing there. All right. And then finally, yeah, this is a lot of seeds. Finally, I was going through my whole seed binder sort of thing, and I'm supposed to be planting like flowers and stuff right now. So I have like some that I've already planted, like the basket flower, but I kind of want to do some more of those. The Canterbury bells, but I kind of want to do more. The toothache plant, I was never able to get it to grow last year. I'm going to try it again this year. So there's a ton of flowers in here. I have some more herbs. My mint, I have like some concrete blocks full of mint, but they're getting like overgrown. So I kind of want to pull it all up and start over with fresh plants. I've had those in there for maybe 5 or 6 years, the same mint plant coming back over and over again. So I'm going to try that. And I'm going to try cumin this year. Then I have my orange yellow thyme. I'm going to do more snapdragons because I love them. And then stevia, heal all, angelica, and bee balm or bergamot, however you say it. All right, so I'm doing that. And then there's, I don't think I'm doing anything in here, maybe. Oh, these are all my basils and stuff that I want to reseed, the ones that didn't come up. I'm going to try some, oh, that's parsley. I need to find some cilantro. Why don't I have any cilantro? Anyway, okay. So that's kind of my update with that. The other thing I wanted to do is take you outside. So I'm going to take you outside and I'm going to show you my garlic just so you can see how it's doing. We had in December and January, we had some temps that got down to like the teens, which is unusual for North Carolina. And I just want you to see how the garlic is doing. So let's go ahead and take you outside. All right, it's kind of raining out here, which I didn't realize. So we're just going to look at this quickly and then we're going to run back inside again. Here's the garlic. It's actually looking really good. I'm pretty happy with it. So we got this whole bed, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 15, 20, 25, 30, maybe about 30, 35 garlics in there going. And then in this bed over here, 5, 10, 15, 20, we have maybe about 20 more. So garlic is something I really used last year. Like I actually used all of it. I was able to dry it and use it. And so I'm excited that that's coming up. All right, this is my feverfew. This is surprisingly surviving like so many frosts where it'll get like a little bit depressing looking at some parts of it. But for like, look at this, like that's crazy for me that, and it's just planted in like a little pot sort of thing and it's still staying alive. So I hope I can keep that alive throughout the thing. This is my garlic chives. Ouch, that's pokey. These are my garlic chives. They got like way cut back by the cold. You can see a lot of the brown stuff here, like they were huge plants. But they're still there, and they'll bounce back again. And this is my Swiss chard. Also got like a little bit cold frost frozen nipped, but it is coming back again. All right, and there's another one here that got really nipped too. This is where my mint was that I was talking about. This is mint in here, and you can see it, like I cut it back and it's coming up there. But it's like kind of small and stunty looking, so I want to replant that. And this is my oregano in here. Same thing, I just cut it back and then it will grow back again. So these two things are of mint, and I want to just get fresh mint, at least in one of them. All right, that's all sleeping. Everything else in the garden is kind of asleep right now. So that's kind of what's going on. The blueberries, we've had a couple of nice days. So this one is starting to put its little sprouts out a little bit, but I need it to calm down because we're not there yet, baby. And then it's usually this one, this plant comes in really soon, and then these two varieties come in a little bit later. Okay, anything else to show you? Nope, everything else is still sleeping. This is my rosemary. It's looking a little bit cold. This is lemon balm in here. Sorry, I used the beer bottles to, well, actually that might be my husband's from the fire pit. Yeah, but this right here is lemon balm. And so it comes back every year. I have strawberries in there. That over there is celery, but it's never like stocked up and done its celery thing for me. And that's that. And then this is the tomato thing. Last year I experimented with different types of trellising for it, and I do really like these ones the best. And this is kind of like a green plastic sort of thing, but it's not, it doesn't really give, so it's like really stiff, and as the plant grows it's hard to like move along with it. So I'm planning to change all of these green ones over to these ones, and then I'm trying to do that trellising thing where you take it off and you move it over to kind of like give it more space to grow, so that the plants all end up growing sort of in a circle around. That's my plan. All right, let's keep going. The peppers have all been, this is my pile of garden cleanup that I gotta put away. This is the girls' flower gardens. Lots of weeds in them. We got to clean them up. But there's like little stuff coming through. Like, I think these are either grape hyacinths or daffodils coming up there. But I do have to come in and weed it. And then this is Nyla's garden, and the weeds are going crazy. So I got to come out here sometime and weed it. But there are, I believe these are tulips of some sort coming up, so that's really nice to see. I love seeing like those little signs of spring coming up. All right, this is going to be another bed here. This is my peach tree, and it also has like little buds, just giving a little hint of what's to come. And then over here, still looking kind of sad. My foxglove, I put the foxglove in these pots, and they seem to be doing pretty well. They get a little cold. Oh, look at this hellebore, actually has a blossom on it. That's crazy. Hi, honey, how are you? Welcome. All right. Just coming on through. Not too much to see out here. I got to replace the fencing over here and along that side too. But the Shasta daisies over in the corner are coming up. And clean out that bird thing. Anyway, so that is all. Thank you so much for coming with me inside and outside. I'm going to plant some more seeds today inside, just the flowers and herbs and stuff still. I think the last week in February is when I'm going to start my peppers, my tomatoes, and my eggplants. So I'll make a video for that once I get those started. All right. Thank you so much, y'all. Happy gardening.